How good looking sexy people doing today out in Happy Land. On the last video, I'm going to pay attention to the ideas room. Yeah, I do. I never really look at the phone. I mean, no, for no more than glancing down, really look at the phone. I mean, no, for no more than glancing down like you might. And your advice is noted and well taken. We have made it through the toll gate and paid our toll on the Live Drive Jive archive with your host, Frank Monday, coming at you Monday through Friday on the morning grind and occasionally the afternoon shuffle. We were talking about the anti gay bill that you can't say gay anymore. So don't say gay, but gay means happy. I guess you can't say gay to mean homosexual. And from what I understand, they're trying to protect children pre-K. Amazing to me that that would even be a topic. Sexual orientation for pre-K. That just blows my fucking mind. Don't sexualize your kids, y'all. They're gonna find out soon enough when they go through adolescence what being Randy's all about, and then they can just do whatever the hell they want. Ain't none of your goddamn business. Yesterday on the afternoon shuffle, let me tell you about yesterday, guys. We're at the stoplight right now, so I can have a look down. Owen's out there in Happy Land. All right, welcome to the chat, sir. Um, Sasquatch Roadkill's out there in Happy Land. Good to see you again. I thought I saw Monsieur Tiedrick tuning in, but I don't know if he's out there or not. If you guys have seen Monsieur Tiedrick, tell him I said hello. So yesterday, when I was driving home, some dude cut me off like real harsh at the stoplight, like just prior to the stoplight. Some dude came into my lane, and I had to move my car out of my own lane to avoid being hit by him. And I looked up, and I was like, "Ah, fuck, that was shit." And so I flung him the bird, gave him the Happy Land sign, and he looks over at me and he rolls down his window, and turns out he's an Indian fella or maybe Arabic of some sort, but wasn't Chinese, which is surprising to me because you rarely ever see foreigners in Beijing. I mean, to give you some perspective, there are where yeah, I saw that, Owen, that someone had misspelled your name. I think that was Jeff, huh? Let me turn off the car. Yes, we have arrived at the yard, so it's time to go get some. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Give me yo if you can hear me. My that just cut. Um, I won't know until I see some yos. Let's have a JP Farrell, y'all. Give me a yo if you can hear me all right. So before I finish the story about the Arabic fella or Indian or I'm not sure what his nationality was, national origin or ethnicity. Yeah, looks like okay. Looks like you can hear me all right. Sasquatch Roadkill. I have not received your email yet because I have not opened my laptop. I have not had my laptop for the last couple of days. It's been with my daughter, but I have my laptop today, so I will check my email today, Sasquatch Roadkill, and thank you for that. I appreciate that. I will thank you in advance. Um, so three areas I wanted to discuss this on. So I'll finish this topic and then I'll tell you about the story from the afternoon shuffle yesterday. And then I got to go have my breakfast because it's almost 7 o'clock. Um, so dealing with the gay thing, gay, 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 gay. Mark Hamill came out and tweeted, gay, 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 gay. If y'all want to be gay, be gay. That's fine. From a personal perspective, so we'll go personal perspective, from a biological natural order perspective, and then in Taoism, because you guys know I like Taoism and Hermeticism and religion in general, right? Number one, personal perspective. I'm not gay, never been gay, maybe been a little bi-curious at some point. Tried to watch some gay porn one time, couldn't get into it. Didn't feel like that was my thing. So there you go. I love women. Women get me aroused. Men have never gotten me aroused. That's just the way it works. Yesterday, I posted like a TED talk or something by a guy that said, "Think about it for yourself. Don't think for yourself." That he thought AI should be determining whether or not children should learn about if they're gay or not. So I just don't buy into it. All right, so that's my personal perspective. From a natural order biological perspective, used for only two things: balancing one's energies, one's internal energies. Um, and typically for standard normal people, you're for men, you're like 70% testosterone production, 30% what's the female hormones? Pheromones come from the hair. Female hormones, estrogen, is that correct? I guess there's a lot of different hormones, but feminine hormones are mostly estrogen based, I guess. And so women mostly produce estrogen in their system, right? I haven't studied it in a long time, but it's like a 70-30 split from what I remember. So um biologically there's no real purpose to being gay, right? It seems like the bunghole is a dirty, stinky little hole, and there's no real reason to ever go up there. And for two men, I guess you could have oral sex or whatever, but it just doesn't seem like there's any point to it. It's pointless. So that's my biological take on it. Pretty simple. I'm a dummy though. I mean, if you can show me some justification for that, then put it down in the comment below. Live Drive Jive Archive with your host Frank Monday. And then from the perspective of Taoism, in Taoism they believe that internal alchemy between man and woman, similar to Hermeticism and esoteric Christianity, that it's the mystical marriage of Christian Rosenkreuz, that man and woman are meant to be together because that's the way God intended it. And that's neither here nor there. They say he made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, right? But I think that makes sense to me. But getting a little more deeper into it, in Taoism, in certain sects of Taoism, they promote a practice of longevity through sexual alchemy, and it's said that the man's phallus is super absorbent, and that it absorbs feminine energy when man and woman have intercourse. And so, with that understanding, if that's true, if the phallus is super absorbent like a sponge, and it absorbs feminine energy, then if you slide it up in the bunghole, it seems like you would be absorbing toxins and poisonous shit. Shit. You'd have shit on your dick. And I got to come clean, 100% honest, breaking all taboos on freedom of speech. I've had I had anal sex with my wife one time. Uh, just that's TMI, too much information. Um, once in our entire 22, we've been together 22 years, we've been married for 20. So once in our 22, found my headphones. Okay. Once in our 20-year marriage, I was probably drunk or something. And I said, "Hey, I want to go up the Hershey Highway." And she's like, "All right." And neither one of us really appreciated it. And okay, so one more perspective on it. Uh, to me, it just seems dangerous and decadent and unnecessary. But that's just me. I shouldn't even be discussing this shit. I don't even feel comfortable talking about it with y'all. And I know that y'all are grown peoples, adults. I guess I do feel comfortable. I have an opinion that some that some topics are taboo and should not be discussed in certain settings. Uh, Really, I don't even think it should be discussed here online with adults. And all of my videos are always set. I talk about verboten topics. I want to hear your guys' opinion about verboten topics, right? So put it down in the comments below. If y'all enjoy the Hershey Highway and you're like, Frank, we know you're secretly a butt pirate and an anal buzzard, and I mean that's not cute. If that's the way, I think that it's a very small percentage of people who actually feel like that kind of. Oh, here's the other thing. If reincarnation means anything, and I believe it does. I believe that the doctrine of reincarnation has validity. And I think that ultimately we will prove out scientifically that people do reincarnate and that we are on an endless cycle. Rudolf Steiner says that you don't quit working. He says when death comes for you, you just go into the spirit world and work. It's the same happy horse shit. You get up every day at 5 a.m. and drive your ass to work in the spirit realm, just like you do in this realm. So he says that it's a human hallucination to not know about spirit and to believe that you are alleviated from your duties once you die, that you just keep working in and out of life. So if reincarnation means anything, then there's a good chance that folks manifest as women and men and back and forth. Poke Runyon, one of my favorite speakers on Hermeticism, Carol Poke Runyon of the Hermetic Hour. I think I've recommended him to you guys before. Uh, he says that you typically alternate, and that if you're a man this time around, then good chance you were a woman in your last incarnation. And then Master Nihua Ching of Tao Star Communications, he says that we reincarnate through different races too. And that if you're like, I'm Caucasian this time around, that chances are I was Native American Indian in my last incarnation. And the one before that, possibly Chinese, and the one before that, that you circulate through all of the root races, and you learn about different aspects of different cultures, and that's written knowledge in Hermetic sciences. So I'm not going to speculate on it at this point because I haven't looked into the documents recently. I'm quoting to you from Master Nee of Seven Star Communications, that information I probably read 30 years ago. I'd have to crack open the books, but in Taoism, they firmly believe in like the divine feminine principle and the divine masculine principle. And Master Nee addressed this issue like 30, 40 years ago. He said that there are few folks that truly manifest and are antithetical to their biological body, and that if that's a situation, that it's rare and should be dealt with as such, and those people deserve tolerance and love and understanding, and it should be accepted. But to make it mainstream just seems like mental illness to me. That to try to promote it as the general rule of thumb is decadent and degenerate. And I don't know. That's where I stand on it. So if Mark Hamill wants to tweet gay, 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 I'm with him. I mean, if freedom of speech means anything, it means that we should openly discuss all of these ideas as adults, not with children. Children just need to be left children, um, naive, gullible, and innocent is the word I'm looking for. Monsieur Tiedrick, hey, you're out in the ideas room. Little Fish, good to see you. Sasquatch Roadkill, good to see you. Yeah, there's a lot of information out there. You guys are intelligent, discerning people and can make your own decisions. You don't need me to opine on non-gender, non-binary gender folks. That ain't my fucking racket, man. Use, but stay out of the girls' bathroom, man. That's if you're a dude and you got a beard, and you're sporting a schlong, then you got no right to be in the girls' bathroom. I think that's just a level of common sense that should not be disputed. And if I catch you in the girls' bathroom, if I send my daughter in there and I catch some schlong bearing dude slipping out of the dude's bathroom or the girls' bathroom, I will probably go toe to toe with you. And yeah, so yesterday on the afternoon shuffle, I'm going to tell this last story, then I got to go, guys. I got to go have my breakfast. It's already running late. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. Please hit the thumbs up, ring the Pavlonian bell. Thank you for your comments, Jeff, about watching my old Kung Fu videos. I'll make some new Kung Fu videos coming up in the near future. Um, Yesterday on my way home, some dude cut me off, and I look over and I had flipped him off. I'm like, motherfucker, because he almost hit me. And I had to sacrifice my lane. And that means that I would impose on the other folks in the lane over. So I honked and hit the fucking, the thumbs up. And he jumps out of his car and says, hey, why did you show me this? Blah, blah, blah. And I say, bro, you just fucking almost hit me. And turns out he's, like I said, ethnic origin, questionable, not a Chinese though, and not a folk like me, Caucasian, not an Asian, not a Caucasian, but some other kind of Asian. And so I was like, bro, you cut me off and made me sacrifice my lane, which would cause me to hit the person on my right. And I said, you shouldn't drive like that. You should fucking, take it easy. And you came flying up out of the back. So there was no reason for you to do that. Are you in a hurry? Whatever. And he said, yeah, but you shouldn't show me this. It's not polite. And he said, why did you show me this? And I said, because this represents fuck you, that you should fucking learn how to drive. And so the light turned green, and I rolled off, and he wasn't done with it. He jumped back in his car and started aggressively like chasing me, and got in front of me and stopped again in order to block me, and then threw his car into reverse. And so I'm getting a little bit anxious about this situation, because you cut somebody off like a dick, make a dick move, they give you the finger. That's to be expected. You go on with your day. It's no big fucking deal. But I'm thinking this dude's going to try to physically attack me. And so I pondered it in my mind. I'm like, should I get out and fight this guy? He's got a giant belly. He's probably older than me. He's out of shape. And I'm like, yeah, that's a possibility. And then I thought, why engage this individual in combat because of his foul behavior and a crime against me? And so I just hit the lock on my doors, and he came over to my window. My window's down a little bit. And he's like, get out of the car, get out of the car. And I'm like, no. And I'm just looking at him and I'm sizing him up, because I got to check him to see if he's going to, try to pull a weapon or something or whatever. You have so many things go through your mind when you're in the heat of battle. And we're already in battle because he's approached my car and he's out of his car. And I thought, I readjusted my car back and forth a little bit, checked my situational awareness, made sure he didn't have a weapon. And then he punches my fucking window. And I pull up the e-brake, and he said, get out of the car, get out of the car. And I said, no, I'm not going to. And so I was like, well, what do I do? Do I engage this guy battle? Do I bash him with my door? Do I blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, no, this is China. If I engage in physical combat, chances are I'm going to, problem. I wasn't scared of him. In fact, my adrenaline never really even rose. But I sized him up, and I determined that I could probably whip him, but I thought that's not the way to do it. And if I could run him over with my fucking car, if he becomes a real threat, if he pulls a weapon, then I'll turn my weapon and my car into a weapon. And I thought, no, that's not cool either. And I said, get back in your fucking car. And so what happened next? Oh, finally it strikes me. I'm like, I should just film him. And so I turn on my camera and I pointed at him like this. And I'm like, yeah, what's up, bro? What's up? What are you going to do? And so now that I've got my camera on, then he walks back over and gets in his car. And so I set the camera on him, and then go through the light, and it rattled me a little bit, you know. And in retrospect, I thought, what should I have done in a situation like that? And I think I did the most appropriate thing. Um, I was surprised that, you know, receiving the finger for making a bad, dangerous, putting other people's lives in danger because of your poor driving skills and your aggressive attitude. Uh, I thought that should be expected. You should expect to be receiving fingers. And so here's the thing. I broke it down, and as he drove away, he continued to drive erratically and cut people off and the thing. I filmed his erratic driving, and I thought, well, maybe he was drunk, you know, maybe that's a possibility. And so, because the guy's drunk and he's causing a danger to other people, maybe I should have taken him out. I don't know. But the thing is, in China, like there are cameras everywhere. So everything he did is on film. And everything I did is on film too. I mean, and we were at an intersection and all the other cars have cameras. So if he would have done anything more aggressive than just smacking my window, um, I would have been justified in physical combat. But just coming over here and being heated and oh, he tried to grab my fucking door handle and pull my door open too. Um, that justifies a threat to my safety. And I contemplated it. And I thought, yeah, I could probably whip his ass and it'd be on CCTV, you know, it'd be on the news. But then I thought, nah, he's unintelligent, he's engaged in criminal behavior, and he's not worth my time. So yeah, I was debating whether or not I should even tell you guys the story because ethnicity does come into it. I honestly believe that it was due to racism that he thought it appropriate to try to attack me because um I don't know, you know, it's the situation. He looked at me like, hey, I'm gonna get you because of who you are, not because you flipped me off because he was in the wrong. And yeah, so sometimes you get into situations like that. That's probably only the second time it was also a non-Chinese. 22 years I've been here, guys, almost, and I've never had confrontations with Chinese folks. Ah, and I've never been shitty to Chinese folks, and they've never been shitty to me. And it's always some fucking asshole or idiot that is non-Asian. So you're either Asian or you're Caucasian. And so I'm an Asian with a cock, right? I'm a Caucasian. Y'all good looking, sexy people. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I will see you later. I gotta go have my breakfast. As above, so below. Keep on keeping on. Keep on fighting the good fight. Keep your nose to the grindstone. Keep them yos coming. That'll clear the palate. And I will see you later for the afternoon shuffle or possibly for the morning grind tomorrow. As above, so below, into the abodes of the future. Bye for now.